YouTube. So it's been a while. Life, am I right? I have been updating regularly, and by regularly I mean a new video every day except for Sundays, where I go live on my Facebook at Clarity Couture. If you click the link down below in the description, or if you click right here, I'll have it come through on the channel. But I do daily clarity, cultivation, and mindset mastery videos, and that's kind of where I've put all of my resources at the moment. I was pushed to do a reading today. I noticed there were a lot of readings on YouTube that were kind of perpetuating the same like terrible outcome, and that didn't really vibe with me, so I figured I'd do a high frequency reading that had nothing to do with anybody else or anybody coming back into the picture, because it's Mercury retrograde. Obviously, if you focus on somebody coming back from the past, somebody's going to pop up from the past. Again, go follow my mindset channel, Clarity Couture. It goes into mindset mastery to a full level where you can completely hone everything around you, because it helps you realize that you're creating everything you're experiencing. And I want you to remember that when you do these readings, or when you're watching these readings, if you're watching a reading after a reading after a reading, and you're not getting the message that you want to hear from all these different readers, that's a message from your higher self telling you to go within, because the messages that you need aren't outside of you, but actually within you. And I think that any good tarot reader will tell you that everything that you need is actually within you, and we're just here to read the energy as it is right now, which means that it's currently here. That doesn't set it in stone unless you focus on that one outcome, so much so that you bring it into fruition. And a lot of times people play on fear. We don't do that here. So I'm going to pull some chakra cards for you. I ask my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, my ascended masters, my angels, please help me to set my ego aside so that I can give the collective the message that isn't their highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't think I mentioned it. This is a collective reading. This first deck will just highlight what chakras you need to work on and give you some affirmations, or an affirmation depending on how many cards you get. Because this is with the collective, I'm sure that they'll be generous, because they usually are generous that way. But messages for the collective. What affirmations do the collectives need the most, please? Root chakra, grounding. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. Say that with me now. I have everything that I need to grow and survive on the physical plane. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and pull a few more chakra cards here for the collective. I was literally about to go to bed, so I'm wearing sweats and a sweatshirt. Still have lashes on, so it's cool. But it's pretty late right now. So interested to see what they have to say. Sacral, the root and the sacral. Okay, they're just like working up there, huh? So the root and sacral chakra. Sacral is where you get your gut instincts. If you're a generating manifester or a generator, depending on your human design, I'm a generating manifester, the sacral is where you get your information. As a generator, you have to get that gut instinct feeling. You have to get that gut yes or that gut no. And if you're a generator, I don't need to go into any more detail than that. They go, oh yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. So it's looking like your honesty within your creativity, and like, so basically you're creating in an inauthentic way right now. That's okay. Some are creating in a way that is inauthentic to themselves because they don't feel they have the safety to speak their truth. And to balance this out, you need to focus on your root and sacral chakras. And these are both your throat chakra. So because of this, your throat chakra is all thrown off. Oh yeah, the bony butt, I gotta stand up. Okay, so anything else here? Yeah, it's like your original expression that comes through as your truth, however that is for you, is blocked currently. Eight and 4. And this is 8. That's 5. Which maybe I'm trying to figure out a high frequency way to give these messages to you in a way that is not inducing fear. A lot of us have been taught to work harder. That the harder we work, the more money we'll make, the more successful we'll be, the more someone will love us. And the energy of always chasing continues an energy of something always eluding that. When something chases, something else is always running from that. I'm being told to remind you, and if you aren't aware of this, to tell you this now, that it isn't about working harder, and it never has been. It's always been about aligning to the energy of that. So it's align versus work. And that sounds insane because we've been conditioned on a different type of world. I really want to light this sage, and there's no lighter over here. So, in regards to creating outside of your own sincere truth, and an idealism of being paid more or being accepted by others, they just want you to understand that it's an alignment or a lack of alignment from you that is the inconsistency, and it has nothing to do with the way that you're creating or what you're creating. It's the fact that you're creating so much and so consistently on that it's causing an influx from your alignment with self. And I don't want to say influx isn't the right word. It's causing a disalignment with self because you're so focused on that outcome that you're creating, even if it is for the collective. And I've actually found myself doing this. This is kind of spot on, I think, for a lot of us. I really don't want to read out of the book. So you guys really gonna make me do this? Okay. All of the really high frequency cards I have in here like require the books being pulled out, and they're of them are like short. This is a deck that I created, and I'm actually going to have it available on claritycouture.com. Give me a message for the collective, please. I feel like something's pulling at you. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to feel out of sorts, especially right now for those who aren't aware. When our planets, the planets around us in the solar system, decide to stop going forward and turn backwards, it causes a lot of different energy shifts within our planet and in turn our body. So for those of you who aren't aware, there's a lot of energetic shifts right now. If you go to my Clarity Couture channel, or if you look right here, I'll have the Mercury retrograde video up. Sorry about that. So that you can check that out and you can learn how to work with the energy of Mercury and not just be like, oh my gosh, it's so terrible, because we always get what we allow, which is funny because this is exactly what the card says. You get what you allow, so only allow what it is that you seek. Okay? Contrast is enlightenment. Seeing what it is that you don't like is good so that you can manifest what it is that you do want. But being able to manifest what you do want from contrast requires you to stop looking at the contrast. You have to stop looking at what is. You have to go, okay, I don't like that, and then focus on what you do like. It sounds crazy because it's hard for the regular human to just snap out of it and do it. That's why people fall back on the "that's crazy" response. It's not that it sounds crazy, they don't know how to do it. Get out of ego and into your heart, okay? So whatever it is that has you creating outside of yourself is due to an ego. And the ego, for years and years, protected us. It no longer protects us. What it's doing is hindering the growth that we're here to experience. And it'll tell us that the things we're experiencing are against us and that we're a victim. Okay? People stay in victim mentality because it's easy to explain why you are where you are. It's easy to say, well, I'm not further in my life because this, and this. It's easy to blame people outside of you. It's hard to pull yourself up and go, I'm going to fix these things, and focus only on what you want, because we're conditioned by the entire world to look everywhere else for an answer. So yeah, it is hard to stop doing this, to stop doing this, to stop looking at what other people are doing. It's hard if your mind isn't trained. When you train your mind, it's a completely different story. Then you are the author of your story. I'll link that video up there too. All right, so let's do... Oh, okay. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. With that means that you need to allow yourself to fill up your well. You need to let yourself rest. A lot of you have the ability to channel. There may be messages coming to you. Probably when you're sleeping right now, because I always think of this card as like the astral plane. This is the Pleiades card, so some of you may resonate highly with Pleiadians, or the Pleiadian energy, which is really, really awesome energy. I always remember, Pleiadians remind me of Aries. I'm not really quite sure why. Like if I had to attach them to a specific sign. I always think of an Aries and Pleiadian. I don't know. Alright. Mintakan. Okay. Longing for home, belonging, and the original Lightworkers. You've been here on this Earth mission more than once. Definitely more than once. And it's something that has had you outside of yourself when you've been here in the past, and they're reminding you to continue to be the pillar of light, but allow yourself to get the rest and the rejuvenation that you need, and that means balancing your root chakra and your sacral chakra, okay? Like your body needs that. Okay, this is the transparent oracle. I've never done this one before, guys. I'm gonna have to use the book for this, and hopefully they don't throw a bunch at me because it's a little intricate, so I apologize. I usually don't do readings where I have to pull out the books, but this deck is too awesome to not do it. Alright. Give me a message for the collective, please. Had this on my Amazon wish list for a long time, and a fan finally got it for me. I was really stoked. Message for the collective, please. Yeah, whoever asked, I did have to wash these in soap and water, hot soap and water. Not sure who, somebody asked that. But now they shuffle just fine. Okay. I want to say this is Earth. I might be wrong. We'll see. They make like little mandalas. So, let's see if they give us any more here. Not that many, please. That's so many. You guys are crazy. You just took out the sage. You just took the sage out. What the hell? Okay. Odd, but okay. Any more for the collective, please? We'll take those two. 3? Okay, I guess we'll do that. As they keep throwing more at me than I had planned on them taking. So, okay. This is why I do cards where I use them enough that I don't need their books. Uh-oh, there were 2 right here. It's okay. Fairly sure they got you guys the messages they wanted to give you. Alright. So, north is the direction, the element of earth. Okay, so I was right on that. First one's earth. And it's the gateway, which is winter. So, let me just really quick, because I want to make sure. Okay. And the next one, just 9. I think those are little roadrunners or sparrows. I think those are little roadrunners. Those little roadrunners? I don't know. That. Let's see, what is 9? Is this air? Yeah, so this is air. So far we got air, and this is the wren. Okay, and we have 52. They look like little mushroom heads. See, I like to go fast in the readings. You see how slow this is? I was just like, I didn't think about that with these readings. Okay, so they have, with these particular cards, they have above and below. So I believe this is, yeah, so this is a guide from below. The average person does probably not much consider the importance of the realm beneath our feet, nor would they likely be aware of the spiritual beings that inhabit it. Most people who consider spirituality tend to look to the heavens above, hoping for ascension, escape from the earthly realm. The spiritual realm below our feet, however, offers its own riches, guides, and wisdom, giving us the opportunity to strengthen our roots so that our branches may reach even higher. So these are, it says it's a guide, and the guide is, this is below, like our ancestors and like a dark goddess, which is just a little interesting to me. And then, what is this one? 45. This is a planet. Mars. So we got Mars. So I'll show you guys what it looks like with all of them on top of each other. It's pretty trippy. Alright, so 45 was Mars. And this is the element of fire. What is this? And this is a, wait. Yeah, this is above. Wow, y'all got everything. Like, y'all really just threw me everything at them, didn't you? Okay, so this is what it looks like with all of them. Show you guys. How do I show you guys? This is not working at all. Okay. Alright. What does it mean? I don't know. Let's go back. So the first card was Earth. So yeah, it's requiring rest and peace within self and inner stillness. Oh, y'all are killing me. I didn't write down north, east, south. This is so lame. Like, literally, like, they make it so hard to, like, read this fucking book. Like, that's the only thing. I'm just like, damn, why y'all gotta be like this? So I gotta go back here really quick. Y'all are on this shit, just waiting for me to do this. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to say. I can just, like, shut it off and then no one will know. Like, really, that's pretty much where we're at right now. So this is east. Because fuck around, they don't just say air and water. That would be too easy. Stop it. This is the epitome of me, though. Like, it really is. Why are you, what is your problem? There's some energy coming in. Yeah, there's some energy coming into my energy right now. This is so insane. Okay, let's see. South. South is fire. Okay. I think Earth is north, right? Did we say that? Fuck around. This is so annoying. Your girl smokes. Okay. Alright, so let's go back to north. Like, I'm like, I got it now. Hair's all fucked up. Come up, boy. Alright, let's see. So, new ideas and growth are coming from a period of silence with you right now. I think that's how I'm going to have to read these. Okay. And, excuse me, otherwise it'll get too crazy. They want us to expect the unexpected, but use creative thinking and cunning ways to gain results. I'm not reading all that. That's insane. No. Alright, so then what we're going to do is we're going to have it be compared with below. Our achievements are built on the shoulders of our ancestors. I'm getting have gratitude for where you are. Find gratitude from where you are. Like, that's a big one. Whoa, I hear you. Just the messenger over here. And as I literally, the next card is the ancestors, I opened right up to it. Okay, they have some things to say. Initiation, guidance, support, history, death, and choices. And I never want you guys to think that like death is like a bad thing, because it always signifies a rebirth. So it's a death of a way of being and not so much a person. This is about you, okay? This isn't about anybody else. There are plenty of tarot readers on YouTube doing that. This is about you, because you can't be happy with another person until you have healed the things within yourself. So it doesn't matter if somebody comes back from the past, or it doesn't matter if the guy that you want or your girl that you want is calling you. If you're not healed, you're always going to fuck that up. So focus on healing first. That's what this is. Okay. So your ancestors. Originally, this card was intended to illustrate the guiding energy of the ancestors, the hoods covering the face in order that they may represent any of the ancestors without cultural or racial preference. As the ancestral guide, this card represents those who have gone before us, their life experience and support whispering to us from the underworld and felt tangibly as the bones in the grounds beneath our feet. However, quite often when it has appeared in combinations, it is also seemed to speak of the dark goddess of the underworld, who often appears veiled or hooded. I'm getting that this is like an unhealed part of self with the inner goddess, and this isn't a sex thing, okay? This is like they're veiled, it's hooded, there are things hidden from self. There's a specific choice that you're coming into, you're going to be given, and based off of that choice is going to be the rebirth or the death of something else. And that is good or bad based on your perception, right? So I want to talk really quickly to you guys about negative expectancy versus positive expectancy. And a lot of people that I talk to have a negative expectancy for future outcomes based on an experience that has happened to them once before or twice before, not realizing that the algorithm of how our world works is based off of those energetic thoughts. And the universe is kind of like a child, and that it doesn't know that those thoughts are bad and these thoughts are good, and those are the ones you don't want to have happen and these are the ones that you do want to have happen. It just knows the vibration is consistent, and that means bring more of that vibration. All right, so the last one is Mars. It's like, start with 3 cards. I'm like, have you met my guides? Alright, Mars is a planet most associated with the qualities that are typically thought of as a male. It's represented here by the alchemical symbol for Mars and its resonant colors, surrounded by a circular orbit line, an image of the planet itself. Mars inherits its name directly from the Roman god of war, and so it is only natural that it should influence those qualities necessary in a warrior: drive, energy, power, passion, and courage. What is Mars ruled by? Hold on, I can answer this. Mars is ruled by Aries. Oh, of course it is. It's God of War. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright. The passion can also be equated to sexual lust. The influence of this planet's energy may be most keenly felt by the zodiac signs Aries and Scorpio. So there could be an Aries and Scorpio in here. You could be dealing with an Aries and Scorpio. When Martian energy is felt to an overwhelming extreme, it can manifest as fiery temper, aggression, and abusive violence. The day of the week presided over the Mars is Tuesday. Deities other than Mars himself associated with this planet are Tyre, Aries, Eris, Horus, and the Archangel Kamael. So what I'm getting from this is there's a lot of new energies coming in, already. But if you don't get your rest and rejuvenation, and really take stock of where you are, gratitude for where you are, because you may be going so hard focused on the goal that's not attained yet that you're telling yourself everything I have isn't good enough, and that whole lack mentality. That's going to cause you to go into a cycle of aggression, anger, and a lack of manifesting what you want if you don't slow down, rest, rejuvenation, and align. Like, you need to align to that energy that you want to be. You can't sit here and be like, I'm working, and nothing's working. Okay, you gotta think about all the billionaires in the world. Okay, you may not know any. I do. They don't spend all day grinding at the same thing and seeing no results. They just don't do it. That is fighting ego. Okay, you have to learn what it is that's keeping you, and I don't know who this is about for, because somebody's really just all about money right now, because that's what I'm picking up. But because it's such the focus, it's actually what's being pushed away from you right now. And you have to realize that if you want to be this this ideal person, you've got this ideal person in your mind, you have to become that ideal person in your everyday choices, in your everyday thoughts. How are you going to be thinking every day? Are you going to wake up in your $1 billion mansion? Probably not $1 billion. I mean, sure, some $1 million mansion, those are a little more attainable. I'm sure the $1 billion ones are there too. I haven't seen any, actually, to be directly honest. I've been in really nice, we're getting off topic. Anyway, sorry. You're waking up in your mansion. Just leave it there. We'll let you create it from there. How are you waking up? Are you waking up seeing the ocean and you're like, oh God, life is so good? If you live in an apartment right now and it's a small apartment and you can hear children running and screaming down the halls or whatever it might be that's terrible for you. I lived in a really nice, nicest apartment in town and we still had kids that would scream down the halls. I think that's a thing anywhere you go, just so you know, and it was during the mornings too. It wasn't normal hours. It's 7 in the morning. Anyway, if you're in an apartment, visualization is so amazing. Visualization based on your vibration will allow something to come to you like that. I'm going all out with visualization. If there's something that I want, I take a picture and I edit whatever it is that I want it to say and I put it on the screen of my computer or on my phone or my tablet or all of them, so that no matter what screen I'm at, I see it. So if you are visualizing yourself as a billionaire with an incredible mansion in Hawaii, where you literally, the first thing you do is you go, and you see the beachfront and that's all your beach, what are you visualizing every day? Are you looking at other people's Instagrams as their person in third person rather than in first person? Because those visualizations are repeating the same thing. And if it's not visualizations that are helping towards what you want, they're going to continue to repeat what it is that you don't want. I don't know who wants to live by the beach. Go get one of those tapestries, those beach tapestries, and hang one by your literally right in front of where you wake up in the morning. Just if you want to wake up on the beach and everything. Okay, we already did these ones. I'm just talking. Oh my God, they want me to do this. Fun. How long is this? 30 minutes. Cool. All right. Just one of these guys, please. Just one. Please. Two. I'll deal with it. I can dig it. All right. So we got Cyros phrase? I don't know how to say this. I don't fucking know how to say this. Do you guys know how to say this? So that's what it is. Fucking A. It's some sort of crystal. I don't know what crystal it is. It means fearless movement and smoky quartz. I could fuck with that. I could say that. And that's earth light. Lemurial Uran L. Lemurial, Lemurial, Euron Om L. Lemurial, Euron Om L. Lemurial, Euron Om L. I don't know, that's what they want me to say. Okay, whatever. This is like an Atlantean duck. Also, got a big book. Alright, let's find this one first. I swear I just passed it, that was awesome. Do they tell you how to pronounce it? Can I learn something? Man, they really want me to read today. Okay, damn. Okay. Open to all my encompassing love and be now present. Step forward into the uncharted waters of life's experience. I have come to guide you. Let there be no fear in our union, as continuous joy is your divine right. Today I offer the spark that will relight the flame of individuality within you, allowing your unity with all to become known once again. Feel my yellow fire blessing, the solar center of self, and link it to the pure green ocean of your unconditional heart. Under the prefaceted guidance of the eternal white light, you and I are now one. Our union signals to the world your path is undefined, created every moment with every moment embraced. The choice of fearless movement in the name of the most holy of holies now lives in you. The mastered path of the masculine in your blessing to the world. Your footsteps, theirs to follow, lest they succumb to physicality's trap. The ever-present fear of choice and freedom, which breeds inactivity and failure. So this is a deva, a crystal deva, Lemurial, who's reminding you to stay fearless in what it is that you stand for. This is for the solar plexus chakra, which is interesting because the first two were the root and sacral. The presence of Chiros phase for you signals the opening of a new and creative pathway that will be filtered through the heart under the guidance of your highest parts. Chiros phase helps us recognize our infinite nature if we embrace unconditional love and being of the green frequency. Guides us in allowing that to come into the physical world. Chiros phase is very much about following your heart, a practice that often creates the most beautiful things in the world, but in order for it to do this, personal power and your individual spirit must be taken along on the journey. These are the yellow and white energies of the Chiros phrase and her most beautiful gifts. And also, this card is DNA activation as well, just looking at it. It seems you're ready for action. Link the crown, heart, and solar plexus chakras together each morning with light and fearlessly manifest the waves of movement that you came to create. Please note that the Chiros phase is an action stone. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Whatever it is, it won't go away. Affirmation. I fearlessly take action. I am love, wisdom, and power. All right, it's about acceptance in the uncharted waters of life, okay? And the next one is smoky quartz. All is a loving expression of the divine. Only perception and judgment can taint this fact. Have trust, and I will lead by example, for my radiant light is hidden just as yours. Let fear fall away. Take my hand through the light-filled state of physicality and know there are no wrongs and rights, only love. No matter the bonds of physicality, the spirit will soar with or without your intent. Let me anchor self-trust and walk you to the cliff of times past where you can willingly spread your wings. You will soar and God will walk the earth once more in your personal completion of physicality. You are, and thus I am. Allow your newfound waves of light to ride the current of Earth's sacred pulse to your true home. The warm fires of spirit await you, burning bright even in your absence. Feel their warmth in your heart and offer it to the waiting world. So, if Smoky Quartz has come to you today, she's here to help with emotional healing and the redefinition of your physical space. So you guys may have just moved. She's come to aid you on an already active journey deep into the physical self to find the light that gives you life. Once recognized, you will shine that fire into the darkest areas of self. And Smoky Quartz embrace the darker and the more physical, the better. To her, darkness is a measure of light content. Light that you can reclaim and use as fuel towards the goals and the happiness you've chosen for yourself. In the sacred embrace that is around you today, offer up all your darkest, most difficult and painful aspects. Leave no stone unturned. Let go and be free. Never again will you see physicality as separate from spirit, for it is the space of the supreme realization of the united oneness. When an aspect of your physical world weighs heavily upon you, see a rose, perfect, gentle, and delicate, for it shares the same origin and source of life. If you will allow this, your life can become a glorious artwork, paving the united path to the supreme oneness with peace, love, and joy. Your affirmation is, my physical world is filled with light. So sometimes the physical can be really bogged down by the seeming darknesses of the things around us. And they want you to remember that that light or that darkness is only as dark or as light as you allow it to be based on your perception of it. Because where there's darkness, we can always shine light. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't shine light where there's darkness. That's just them projecting their fear of whatever that darkness may be. Messages for the collective, please. Yeah, they want you to it's almost like there are ideas that are coming to you that, like, literally people are like, when pigs will fly. Well, when pigs will fly, that will happen. And it's like you have the ability to make your dreams real by spinning a web that works for you, but you have to give every aspect of what you're putting, like every aspect of your energy has to be with an intent that's good for the collective and not just for yourself, and a like higher level of, for instance, oh, if I do this, I'll make this much money. If that intent is the only intent behind what it is that you're trying to build, it's not going to come to fruition because the energy doesn't support it anymore. We're in new earth energy. So this isn't me saying, oh, what you want won't come true. What I'm saying is the intent with ill intent towards others may come to fruition for a short period right now, but it's not going to stay because all of that's being cleared out. So if there is something that you're building, you want to be able to build that with the basis of an intent that's good for all. They're really adamant about that. No. Come on, y'all. I'm tripping. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of my fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. All right, there's a really big aspect on needing to remember to say thank you, to be grateful for where you are, to be happy for the way things are currently, and to know that that isn't always going to stay that way. Energy flows where intention goes, all right? So if you're giving thanks and and finding gratitude for the things you've already have, that energy of gratitude and thanks will bring more. I choose to learn through love. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Okay? Faith being the prime directive here. So what is faith? Faith is belief, right? Blind belief, if you will. Blind expectation of something, right? And it's usually a positive blind expectation. And an expectation is what? A belief, right? And a belief, what is a belief? A belief is a thought that we've put on repeat, and we literally play that same thought over and over and over and over again until it has become solidified in our mind that that is what it is. You need to ensure that you don't have beliefs that don't serve you, meaning that they aren't limiting your growth in life. They're not limiting your bank account. They're not limiting the amount of love that you have in. And a lot of us have beliefs that don't serve us. So I'm going to put up here somewhere my video about beliefs, because the minute that you can hone in your own beliefs, you're able to manifest your reality. But you don't want to try to start manifesting your reality until you've located what those are, and to make sure that you are not manifesting more of what you don't want. I'm going to let you guys go. I think this is good. We're at 45 minutes. This is a long reading. I'm definitely not going to edit it. You guys are getting it as is with all the writing and everything. I apologize. They wanted the messages out. I hope that it helped you guys. If you enjoy this channel, please take a second to subscribe, like the video. I really appreciate you guys clicking on the channel down below and checking out my mindset channel. If you like that, please subscribe. Please like the videos. If you guys don't know that you like it, but you know somebody you know would like it, send it to them, because it's good information. All right, so I wish you guys the best, and I will see you guys when I see you.